Welcome to my channel. This is your Leo mid-month reading. If you haven't been to my channel before, I just recently started, but I do my readings a little differently. So I use a tarot deck of spirit animals, and I also pull a card from my Earth Gang tarot deck. They make music, they're musicians, so I'll usually pull a card, and your homework is to go look it up. But anyway, so I'm doing past, present, future, and I'm pulling 3 cards for each section. So let's just jump right in. The first card that came up in your past is the oyster. And the oyster represents not necessarily tapping into your true talents. When the oyster card appears, it could indicate that you are shy to share your gifts with the world, and you're not so sure about moving forward. But when this card appears, it's telling you to take your talents and your gifts and appreciate them and show it and share it with the world, because what you find in yourself to be beautiful can also resonate with someone else, and they can be touched by it and find it beautiful too. So this could have indicated that in the past you were just shy and hesitant to really tap into your gifts. And the next card for your present is the hawk. When the hawk comes up, this is means that fate has its eyes on you, essentially. And this could have meant that in the past you got a message from the universe. It could have been in any different form, could have been in your dreams, it could have been just a message that you understood, but it changed the course of your path. And it's always meant for your greater good, but when this card comes up, it usually means something good. And the next card that you have in your past is the vulture. So I don't know what news you got, but when the vulture card appears, it means that a situation is out of balance. So this message from the universe, it was a blessing in disguise. And although you couldn't understand the true meaning of what it was or what was happening in your life, whether it could have been like you losing a job, or things not necessarily going your way at work, the vulture card came in and it brought it into balance. So basically, a lot of people misunderstand the vulture card. They get scared of it, but it does the dirty work that we don't want to do, and that could mean the universe just coming in to fix up a mess, fix up a problem, so that you can become balanced again. And so this could be related to you tapping into your talents or you sharing your talents, but whatever it is, it came in to rebalance your life. And present, after that balance, you have the cheetah. The cheetah represents the epitome of achievement, of success, of moving forward. So when the cheetah card appears, it shows that you are on your pathway to getting what you want, going after that goal. And if sometimes you lose touch with your purpose, always connect back with the why. So right now you could be moving forward. You could be like, okay, like, some things came in my life, shook some things up, but now I'm on a straight path moving forward and I'm going to achieve success. But just always remember why you started, right? So even if you have to think back to that time where you were a little scared to share your talents, why were you scared? It's because you knew how precious they were. Maybe you weren't so sure of it, but now you're currently in that energy where you're like, I'm moving forward, which is really great to see. Because also the deer card appears. The deer card is just such a beautiful card. It essentially is a card that's potent in new parents and new mothers, but it could also mean it's like this energy of starting a new project. But whatever it is, you're going on the right path, because when the deer comes out, it represents you having a celebration. A new life is unfolding before you, and you're gonna need patience. And new parents, there's so much stress going on, but they have to remain patient. So as you're celebrating this new life, as you're moving forward, always remember to be patient, because we're always going to experience things that on our pathway that we just didn't know were going to pop up. But what can you do? You just have to go with the flow of life. And what's really beautiful is that as you are moving forward, as you are celebrating this new life, whether it's a new position, you really just being like, you know what, I want to start a YouTube channel like me, or I want to start doing this. You're going towards it. You're celebrating this new energy and new life. And you also have the Cobra. I really love when this card comes out, because the Cobra represents having a curiosity to learn, right? And also you allowing someone else to teach you. This card pops up when someone is in your circle who would like to teach you about whatever, you know, subject you're studying, about whatever pathway you're on. They are a leader in that, but you have to be ready to accept this knowledge. And a famous saying that always goes along with this card is, when you're ready, the teacher will appear. So open yourself up. Don't be afraid to network. I know that we're in a really weird time, but reach out to people in your industry, and seek advice. You never know who's going to teach you something, and always be open. Don't always take things as criticisms. So I really love to see that beautiful energy that you're currently in. In your future, you did get very, very similar cards. So the first card that came out in your future is the earthworm. So I don't know if you can see, but the earthworm has all of this beautiful color inside of it. And when this card comes up, it's representing that you're shy and hesitant to share your inner vision and your inner work. And when this card comes up, it's asking you to really remember why you started. I feel like the theme of this reading is reconnecting to your purpose, reconnecting to the why, right? Because we could just be going day to day, you know, oh, I'm gonna do this, I have to do this Excel spreadsheet, I have to do this, da 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 da, but and you could get some doubt and fear along the way. But this card is telling you, like, do not be shy and hesitant, because all new learners make mistakes. That's the whole point of this card, is to remember that whenever we're learning something new, we are going to make mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. I can't count how many mistakes I've made on my pathway, but it's brought me exactly to where I am now. And the next card in your future is the raccoon. It's another card of kind of hiding behind your treasures. When this card comes up, it's usually very potent and creatives. So poets, writers, musicians. When this card comes out, it could also say, like, if you are working under like a stage name, or you have like a different name, ask yourself if that's still serving you. Do you want to just show who you really are? Like, don't be afraid to do that, and don't hide in the dark. Please take this message very, very seriously. I really take these seriously, and I see this in your future, being shy and hesitant. But always remember that when you're learning something new, you're always going to make mistakes. And if you have to shift some things about how you're doing your things, do that, if that makes sense. Like, if you have to make some shifts and you're like, you know what, actually this isn't working, maybe I should try a different marketing method, or maybe I should try a different picture to upload, or whatever it is, don't be afraid to make those adjustments, and still keep in mind that you are powerful, you're magical, and you're talented. And the next card in your future is the Lamb. This lamb represents patience and also represents a potential message from a stranger, or a message from someone that you haven't heard from in a long time, but they tell you the honest truth that you've needed to hear for so long. And that truth could be that you are worth it, that you are going on the right path. You know, I always talk to, you know, this sounds weird, strangers, but if I am in a carpool, if I'm, you know, getting my groceries, I try to make conversation with people, and that's when I get the most profound messages that really help me in my life path. So don't be afraid to, you know, obviously once this quarantine is over, like, you know, talk to the people that are around you, and don't be afraid to do that, you know. And lastly, oh, I hope that these messages resonated. It shows that you're having a really beautiful time in your life right now. You know, you're moving forward. You're also in a stage of learning, and hopefully in the future that you keep in mind and reconnect with your purpose, and do not be afraid to share your inner gifts. You know, because all beginners make mistakes. All beginners, you know, have certain things that they don't know about, but they also have beginner's luck. So also remember that as well. And then the card that I pulled out, sorry, that's my dog scratching. June. But anyway, so I hope you can hear me. Nope, it got louder. Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me now. The card that I pulled out for a song that you can listen to is Avenue by Earth Gang. You know, when it first came out, I was thinking like you need to choose your pathway. But take a look at the lyrics, Avenue by Earth Gang. And yeah, I really hope these messages resonated. Please leave a comment below, and subscribe and like the video. Thanks so much.